Hello guys, today what we're going to look at is the negative enlargement. So last time I talked about positive enlargement, today we're going to talk about enlargement but with a negative scale factor. So let's do something like this. Enlarge triangle T, scale factor -2 and center origin, which is right here. So in a positive enlargement, what we would have to do is we would have to point the center of enlargement towards the shape, and then we go 2 times that because it's scale factor 2. However, if it's negative, you go the other way. So what I mean is that we start on these points. I'll label this point A, B, and C. And let's start with A, right? So A has to go 1 across and 4 down. So this is 4 and this is 1. To go to the center of enlargement, right? Which means we need to go twice that to find A prime. So we go 1 across and 2 down. That will be there. And then 1 across and 2 down again. So we're here, and this would be A prime, okay? Now let's do it for B. For B, we have to go 3 across and 1 down, okay? So let's go 3 across and 1 down to go to the origin. And then we need to do that twice. So it's 6 across and 2 down, right? So let's go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we can say here is B prime. And finally, we need to do the same for C, excuse me. So C is here. This one's very easy. It's just 1 across, 1 down. So here we need to go 2 across, 2 down. And here is C prime. Let's connect the dots together. So we got A, B, and C. And we're left with T prime over here. And as you can tell, and this is the important part of the negative enlargement, notice how it is flipped. That is how you know it's going to be a negative enlargement. If it's flipped, then it's going to be a negative enlargement. And that is the point that I'm trying to get at as well. So let's try again, but this time it's with scale factor half, and the center is -1, -2. So -1, -2 is here. And we need to label triangle B. Okay, so first things first, let's label this one X, this one Y, and this one Z. Let's start with X. So for X, we need to go, we need to go 2 across and 4 down, sure. And now from here, we need to times that both by a half. So it needs to go 1 across and 2 down. Okay? So this would be X prime. Now let's try it with Y. So Y is here. And we need to go, let's take a look. That line there is 2 up and we got 4, we got -1. This is 5 across. Okay. So this one, a bit more tricky, but we need to half it because scale factor half. So we need to go 1 up, but 2.5 to the side. So 1 up and 2.5 to the side. That would look something like this. And then this will be Y prime. Okay? And finally, for Z, all we need to do is once again check how many it takes to go from Z to, sorry, the center of enlargement, which is at 1, 2. So that would be that line there. And as you can see, that what we're doing is we're going 2 across and 2 up, okay? So therefore we need to go 1 across and 1 up. And we'll label this Z prime. Now let's label the dots together. And what we're left with is triangle B, which is half as big as triangle A. Because look, this is 1, right? No, sorry, this is 2, excuse me. But this is 1, okay? And if you look at the height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you can tell, it's 1, 2, 3. So it's half as big. Now, let's see what happens if we are told to describe the transformation. So in this case, we got told, I'm just going to call this one A and I'm going to call this one B, right? So, wait, no, other way around, excuse me. So this one is going to be A and this one B. And for this one, what we're going to do is, first and foremost, we need to label 3 things. It's going to be an enlargement. And the scale factor is, we know it's a negative because it's flipped, right? So the scale factor is equal to, well, we can take a look at 2 common points. So between E prime and F prime, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a length of 6. And here's a length of 3. So we can say that the scale factor is 6 over 3, which is equal to 2. To find the center of enlargement, all we're going to do is connect the dots together. So, for example, A prime, we need to compare it to A, and then we also need to just put them together. Same with B and B prime, we put those together, but it's already been done, so I'm going to leave it there. Same with C and C prime. C and C prime, we need to do the same. D and D prime, likewise, we have to connect the dots. And as you can see, we can safely say that the center of enlargement is going to be this point here, which is -2, 0. It works even more with this example. Now this one's a bit more tricky because we don't have what the points are, but it's okay because we know that it's been flipped, so we can sort of figure it out. We know it's an enlargement. That's first and foremost. We know that the scale factor, well, let's take a look at one of these sides. So this side here is 4. This one is 2. So the scale factor is going to be 4 over 2, which is equal to 2. Okay? So now what we can do is connect the dots together. If I labeled this W, X, Y, Z, V, then this will be W, X, Y, Y, Z, and V. And once again, we're going to have to connect the dots. So between W and W prime, let's just connect them. So you guys will have a ruler in the exam. So apologies if mine doesn't look too perfect. X and X prime, we can connect those two together. Y and Y prime, well, it goes in the same direction, so you don't need to worry too much about that. And then Z and Z prime, we can also connect those together. Give me a second. Gonna look like that. And and it's gonna look like that. And then over here is our center of enlargement, which is going to be at 2, 2. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video made sense. If you guys want to continue to pass your exams, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you have any questions that you're stuck on, join my Discord server and I can answer them as best as I can. And if you guys want some extra help passing your exams and you don't feel confident in your maths, feel free to drop me an email so that you can get tutored by me. Keep on learning, as you have no idea what you're capable of doing.